there's what was left of the old hippie shack. Alright everybody, today we've decided to take a little trip up to the beach. We finally got the boat put in the water, so we decided we'd come up here and take a trip up here to, this is called Utahs Island, and this is in South Pender County, North Carolina. And, this is out here is Riches Inlet, and then that is the north part of Figure 8 Island. If you guys know where that is, that's where this beach here is located. And then right here we're on one of the inner, I guess this would be a spoiler island. And then we're usually sand dollars are on this island, which is what we're looking for now. That's what this place is known for, is sand dollars. I don't think there's any out here right now because it's, well, it is the middle, it's the beginning of April actually. I thought we were still in March. You know, since all the coronavirus stuff have been off from everything, so I really had to do anything. So I've kind of forgotten what day or what month it even is. Oh my, but anyway, that's enough about that. I think we've all, by now, heard enough about the coronavirus. But anyway, this is the inner spoil island, and then over that bank right there is the ocean. And then out that way is Riches Inlet. You can see it's very pretty out here. You can see the little sanderlings there, digging through, trying to find crustaceans in the sand. And then you can look up, up that way is Topsail. So when we go out on the beach, the main beach where the ocean is, we can see, be able to see Topsail Island. Starting to get sandy and wet in here. You can see my parents are over there. They're looking for sand dollars or shells, because that's what they do on the beach. I tell you, you can find a lot of cool shells on the beach. I hope this video ain't gonna be too shaky. Walking on all these water ripples, that the ripples that the water is causing the sand. It is very pretty out here. Ah. Whoops. I know I should take my shoes off, shouldn't I? Whoopsie. Okay, there we go. Now we're out here on the main beach that's looking over the water. As you can see, that is the north end of Figure 8 Island that we were seeing from the other island, which is that way. And then that's the dunes that we were looking at from the other island. And then there's Riches Inlet, and then there's the ocean. And right now it is low tide, so you can see up there the high tide line. You can see the line of shells. That's for the high tide line. It's low tide now, so you can see all the waters out there. You can see what happens when the tide goes out. You get things that get left on the beach like that. And this is a jellyfish. And that's a pretty big one, and that's something you don't want to step on the beach, so be careful. Because because they'll sting you. Because they might look dead, but they're not dead. As soon as the tide rises back up, they'll just get washed out again. Alright, so I guess we could take a little walk on the beach and look at shells. I wish the water wasn't so cold still, but it's April right now and the water's about 50 degrees, and let's just say I can't get even more than my feet in it before I want to run out of it. So, you see all the cool shells that come up on the beach here. I like to look for these kind of like marble rocks. Like, is that one? Yeah, that actually is one. This is a black one, wow. These kind of like rocks. My mom loves these because she makes all kinds of cool things out of them. We put them in lamps and vases and stuff and use them for like flowers. They're really cool. And they're just about everywhere here on the beach. I think they're called quartz rock or something. I don't know what they really are. We just like to look for them. And then you get other things like scallops that wash up. See if we can find, oh, there's another rock. There's another one. And there's another one right there. I think they're quartz, but, you know, there's one there. There's another one. Wow. There's a lot of these quartz rocks. Alright. Look for any scallops. Gosh, there's all kinds of, wow. I don't normally find this many intricate colors of these quartz rocks. Usually they're just white. I mean, every once in a while you get some of the other ones. Usually they look like that, but right now I can find all these different kinds, which I don't normally find, so that's kind of interesting. I guess it's been winter and nobody's come up here and really gotten these things, so that's why there's so many of them available. Well, this will make my mom happy because she can make all her cool things she likes to make. These. Alright. That's probably enough rocks, but alright. And then up there is topsoil. You probably can't see it with this camera, but way, way, way up there is topsoil. You can see they're dredging out. They got a dredge out there. That's Topsail Island, if that gives you any reference to where we are. Alright, let me give these rocks back to my mom, and then we'll go to the, there's an old shack up there, hippie shack, that we're going to check out. Alright everybody, we're going to go check out the Hodag shack in a minute, but I was walking down to give the rocks to my mom, and I happened to see this. I'm guessing it's a wheel off of Willie's Jeep or something like that. You can see that it has been here for a long, long time. It is all completely just full up with shells and barnacles, and I guess that's sort of like a reef or something. But it'd be cool to find out where this came from. My father thinks it was just the Jeep. They had the thing up here, then it broke down, they left it here, and then after time it eventually, this happened to it. This is pretty cool. Alright, and then you can see Figure 8 Island there, and you can see this cluster of sanderlings here. I guess they found something good they like to eat. See how close we can get before they fly away. Run, little birds, run. There's something here that they like. They're cute birds. Alright, so now let's go check out that old hippie shack. Alright everybody, now we're back to the old hippie shack, and the hippie shack is just right in over the dune here in that little, I guess you could call it valley, depression, whatever. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and walk up to it. Unfortunately, the hippie shack isn't standing anymore, but the everything to it is still here for the most part. All the components of it and everything are still here. Just come over the little try not to get any sand spurs in your feet. I mean, it's just over this dune here. And there's what was left of the old hippie shack that was here in the 60s and probably 70s. But this is pretty much where it was. You can see that the old pilings here that the house was built on. You can see the metal and everything. See the old water tanks. I think this was probably surfers and stuff came up here in the 60s and 70s and built this back before CAMA, and you had laws that says you can't build anything on the beach, because now you can't build anything on the beach anymore. And that's essentially what led to the demise of this. There was a couple other of these. There was a couple other ones here on UTAB's Island, and they had been. And essentially, what happened was CAMA came in and told them that once they fell down, and they couldn't replace them. So unfortunately, all of these shacks that were up here had just fallen down because they had got no maintenance on them, or they had no maintenance. I mean, it would have been cool to see what this would have looked like back in the 60s. But, you know, but you can see that all the stuff here is still here for the most part. And I think a lot of the other stuff has just been buried. You can see that we have a old shower here. And then we got just pieces of metal, and then the water tanks. There's actually a foiler here that they kept up here. I actually found it last year. I looked around in here last year and I found the foiler. But you can see some people have been up here. I don't know what that is. It looks like I have no idea what that is. That's a hot water heater, I think. Anyway. But you can see this was pretty much a full-on house up here before it fell down. Alright. Try to walk through here, not get any spurs or nothing in my feet. Alright. And then that was the box that the foiler had been kept in. You can see there's the foiler right there. That's the engine to it, and that's the only thing that's left of is the engine to it. Everything else has rotted. Everything else essentially is just rusted and rotted away from being up here in the sand. Try not to get over to it. Okay. Alright. And then there's the foiler right here. That was the foiler that was once here. You can see the only thing that's left to it is the engine block of it. You can see the exhaust, and then this is was the frame of it. There's still a shock here from it, which is kind of cool. So you got the exhaust here that's been just rusted, and then that's the air cleaner box. Alright. And then that's pretty much the Hodad shack that was here. I kind of wish that they could have kept it up. The CAMA and the laws would have allowed people to keep the thing up, but unfortunately they couldn't do it. I mean, I would think that it would be better to keep something up like this, and then instead of having all this still on the beach, having all this, you know, essentially scrap metal and just metal pieces left on the beach just to rot. Alright, let's go walk on the beach some more and find some new things to get into. Alright, when I was exiting out of the Hodad shack down here, I walked up on top of the dune to take a look at the beach and everything. You can see that was the old boardwalk, or walkway, or whatever that came up to this place when it was still here. You can look out across the water here, and then that was the beach that we were on. That one right there. That was the one where I shot the first video from. And then this was the dune that we were looking at. You can see the boat down there. And then you look out this way, you can see the beach and the ocean and then the water. Let's take a little walk through the dunes here. Woo, that sand's hot. Ow, ow. Take a look in this big hole here. I guess somebody had dug that out for something. That's a pretty cool hole. Alright. Let's get down out of here. Watch for fire ants. God, it's hot. Alright, now we're back down off the dunes, and now we're down underneath this old walkway here. She falling down. Alright. And I guess it was a dock too. I guess it was a dock, then the marsh grew up. Because there's pilings out there for it. Alright everyone, you can see that now we're back on the boat, and then there's the sand dunes and everything where the Hodad shack were, and then that was the sand dune that we were standing on, looking down, and then there's the boardwalk obviously. And basically now my parents are fishing for anything that will bite on a number 8 size hook and a worm. So basically the only thing it bites that she gets pinfish, but they like pinfish. And you can see here's the boat, and the boat's a mess because of all the sand that's gotten in it. If you guys are curious what boat this is a 1976 not Hydrosport, Seacraft. It has twin Mercury 150s on the back. Alright everybody, you can see that we've now made it back to the house here. And I want to talk about something new that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be starting a new channel called JZ on the Water, and it's going to come out here sometime in the near future. I hope by the middle of April. I hope. So, and basically the video that you'll see today is basically going to be like what's going to be on that channel. And so you guys be sure to go check that channel out when it comes out, and don't forget to like and subscribe to JZ on the Bus so you don't miss any new adventures and stuff that we're going to be doing in the future. And plus, don't forget my social media pages. Alright everybody, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you see us sometimes down the road, don't forget to wave. Have a great day, everybody.